Hi, everybody, and welcome back. Today I'm starting a short series on South African crimes, solved and unsolved. South Africa, for one way or another, for whatever reason, had always been a brutal country. So much so that many crimes committed daily do not even make it to the news, or just the local paper at most. But like elsewhere, some crimes do make it to the national newspapers or online platforms, and the murder of Beatrice Harrowyn was one of those. Beatrice was a 47-year-old interior designer from Morningside, Sandton, a suburb of Johannesburg. Beatrice went missing on the 19th of November 2001, and her naked and washed body was found alongside the R28 on the 23rd of November 2001, thus 3 days after she was reported missing. 6 weeks after the discovery, Jose da Silva, a 37-year-old man from Centurion, was arrested. He admitted that he clubbed and hacked Beatrice to death. He also admitted that he phoned several interior decorators and female estate agents, making appointments to see them, and indeed it was actually another interior decorator who led police to De Silva's house. Adele Ensslin told how De Silva contacted her under a false name, asking her to come and give him a quote. They met at his house and talked about interior decorating. He wanted advice on curtaining and so on. She said that the house was extremely, extremely neat, not a thing out of place except for a hammer on the kitchen sink. Regardless of that, and despite the hammer, Adele Ensslin said she felt extremely uncomfortable from the moment she entered De Silva's home. An estate agent also testified that she sent a male colleague to meet with De Silva one night, but that he told the colleague that he would only work with her. This alerted her husband, and he felt very uncomfortable about it, and she never went to meet De Silva. De Silva himself said that he started hearing voices when he was in a coma after a heart bypass operation. The voices, according to him, told him to become a serial killer. He said that he felt relieved that he was caught and that he was no longer a danger to society. De Silva also told how he had been to see a psychiatrist for about 6 weeks before he actually committed the murder. He told the court that he asked the psychiatrist to help him because he thought he was going to kill someone. She referred him to someone else instead, saying that his problems were too much or too serious for her to handle. However, regardless of saying that he heard voices and so forth, De Silva also said that he saw it all in a movie, and that in the movie the guy heard voices telling him to kill, and the only way he could get caught was to leave clues for the police, which, according to De Silva, is exactly what he did when he dropped keys on the ground as he walked back to his car after dumping the body. He said he also did not hide the body, but left it visibly next to the road. What a nice guy, don't you think? Well, if he was so nice and obliging, why did he hurt and kill Beatrice in the first place? He also said that he even advertised her cell phone in a newspaper for sale at 400 Rand, and that he did so on purpose so that police could trace it to him. Yes, like no one else has ever sold a cell phone via a newspaper advertisement. Only him, the big shot killer. De Silva changed his story for a third time, though, when he told how Beatrice came to his house but did not like his place. He said the way she spoke to him reminded him of a teacher he had whom he hated. So he went to the garage, got an axe, and killed her. So, whether he did it because voices told him to, or whether he saw it in a movie, or because she reminded him of a teacher he hated, we'll likely never know. But that he was a piece of shit, that is an undeniable fact. He said he kept her body in the bath for nearly 3 days before he wrapped her in a blanket and dropped her off next to the highway. An autopsy report showed that Beatrice must have fought for her life, as several of her fingers were broken. She had 31 wounds to her body. Jose de Silva was sentenced to life in prison for the murder, plus 18 years for robbing Beatrice Harrowyn after luring her to his home under false pretenses. So thank God this piece of crap will never see the outside of a prison ever again. Okay, guys, so that was a rather horrific story, and regardless of that, that is why we're here. I'll be back very soon with the next one right here from South Africa. So until then, please take good care of yourselves and be safe out there. Bye.